Hey everyone, this is review number 14, well album number 14 of the first 20 albums that got me into death metal. This one is Consuming Impulse by Pestilence. This is a surprisingly heavy little fucker of an album sometimes, although some strange reason some people don't think it's death metal these days. They think that it was more of a thrash album, but I'm not hearing it. But anyway, no mucking around, here goes the review. Get them out of my body. Fuck, that was more than slightly disturbing on first listen all those years ago. Such was the anguish and pain in Martin Van Druenen's voice as he squeezed out those strangled words. It was almost possible to believe there was a colony of cockroaches or maggots living inside him. Put the shits up me anyway. In Consuming Impulse, Pestilence created their greatest, most complete album, successfully marrying the primitive brutality of their previous effort, Malleus Maleficarum, with the technicality of their later releases. Well, that sounds like a bit of bullshit now, but oh well. While this was Pestilence's second album, the band was still constantly learning about dynamics and how to play their instruments. This album predates the blast beat cliche, but Pestilence could still hit the turbocharger when needed, judiciously using fast passages, accenting the mid-pace sections. This was incredibly heavy for its time, as guitarists Patrick Mameli and Patrick Utjewick had developed a technique of playing in tandem there, where they would let a chord ring on at the end of a riff, creating some chunky harmonics as the guitar sounds merged. Not being a musician, I don't know if it's a technically accurate description of what they were doing, but as a death metal fan, I do know it makes your ring piece tingle. Lyrically, Pestilence showed off a good grasp of English for a Dutch band, but a lack of imagination in subject matter. They fell back on the trusty old faithfuls of Gore God and doing nasty things to people. The previously mentioned Out of the Body and lead-off track Dehydration are probably the most convincingly executed. The instrumental Proliferous Souls is unusual in that it is not the normal acoustic mood piece, instead staying fully electric and conjuring up images of spirits drifting in the wind across the landscape in search of a final resting place. Martin Van Druenen later left the band to front the far less complex Asphyx, while Pestilence took the Space Cadet ultra-technical jazz prog direction. This is both Pestilence and Van Druenen at their best. Right, so make of that what you will. Still a great album to this day. Still my favourite Pestilence. As it seems to be quite funny that in a lot of these first 20 odd albums that I got into were my favourites from the respective bands, but it just seems to be the way it's turning out. But yeah, no, that's what I thought of that one.